Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the stream. Today we will continue with the painting that we did last week. And we'll see what we can make of it. I think this is gonna be the last day that we work on this one, so I might work on it in my own time if I don't think that it is finished. But for now, it's gonna be the last day. Next week we will stream a new painting, not one of these sci-fi paintings as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do them all four. At first I kind of wanted to do them all four, but it's gonna take a lot of time, and there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. On the other hand, it's a really good practice for me because this is way out of my comfort zone, and I think it's good to practice stuff that's out of your comfort zone. Although it's a bit scary to do, well, very scary for me. I still think that that it is a good thing to just continue with it and see how far we can go with it, and see how far we can bring up these paintings and make them nice. And it's a great learning experience, and that's what this is all about. This journey, it's about learning to become a better artist. I'm by no means a professional artist, although that's kind of the goal, to become one at some point in my life. But I don't have any specific time period set for that goal. But for now, I just want to enjoy myself. I learn a lot of new stuff, and be happy with my painting. So yeah, we left off with a fairly refined painting so far. There are some the perspective is off at some places. I still think this vehicle, whatever it is, should be changed a little bit. That's probably something that we will work on as well today. I want to bring this out a little bit more detail in. And we also want to work on the storefront. And for the rest, it's just gonna be painting a lot of stuff, and yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So let's see what we can do. And I'm gonna be fairly, yeah. Let's start with doing some highlights and things like that in places. There's probably some bounce light from the bottom here that's bouncing off these frames here, so that's something that we kind of want to do. We want to bring them out a little bit better. So let's work on that. The same goes for this lamp post. The light is probably bouncing on it here, and maybe even more towards the bottom as well. That's definitely something that we're gonna work on. I'm gonna use the brush without opacity setting. I will manually set the opacity. That gives me a nice hard brush, which should probably work fairly well for buildings. And I'm gonna do as much painting as possible and as little amount as textures as possible. So I want my paint to dictate what's in the painting at this stage, and not the photos. So that's really important that we ourselves come up with the content. And yes, photos can definitely help, photo textures, but I think we're currently at a stage that if we keep adding more and more of them, it's only gonna waste our detail. It's gonna end up so messy that that is starting to work against us instead of for us. We almost crossed that point already, I think. So try to do as much as painting as possible, and we're gonna go for straight lines and sometimes quite harsh lines, I think. But that's also something new for me, and hopefully will pay off. We have to work something out for these. Ooh, that's actually a nice effect, I think. For these marketing boards. Let's see what I'm gonna do with that. I think I'm gonna leave this. Not gonna go with this until the end. You get a little lighter because you're looking into this street lamp that's changing things quite a bit. Yeah, we're gonna be just all over the painting today, adding some detail here, adding some detail there. Gonna be a lot. Work is gonna be a lot tighter than last week. Last week we were quite rough. Today I want to be thoughtful about my brush strokes and really be patient. That I put the paint down that I want and don't down too much at once and things like that. That's the progress is a little bit slower today, I think, but that's okay. I think if I want to succeed with this kind of painting, I need to take it slow and not rush things. I kind of want to think about how this storefront looks. I'm not sure. I sort of almost randomly blocked out some stuff here. Sure if I'm too happy with that. This could be another marketing board down here. It's marketing the store that's in there. Probably should have some bounce light on this as well. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Work on the lamp post. Maybe add a little details to it. Design it a little bit more. Just letting it be a random object. Kind of want to light bounce on it. This yellow, probably not. A little bit wider light. Where is my brush? So small that I hardly can see it. It's quite difficult to get the correct angle at want this to flow really nicely. I think this will do for now. We also need to work on this building here. We ended up last stream with sort of slapping down this texture on it. I think it's quite okay, the texture, but we definitely need to work on this front as well. There's a lot of detail that can go in there. I think I worked a little bit too much with the brush, with the opacity setting set to the pressure, and that way my colors are a bit washed out. That's the correct term, which is rather unfortunate. But we can fix that by grabbing a harder brush today. We want to have some light on these pillars as well, of course. They're probably made out of metal or something, some hard material, so they probably are quite shiny. Bounce the light back. So that's what we're gonna do next. Yeah, there's probably a lot of blue light going on. So let's make back blue a little bit lighter. We can make it lighter. Try this blue that we have apparently. Take this cockpit blue. Maybe a bit too much. I also kind of want to work this pink into it. Do that. That pink. And we probably should try to do different, slightly different variations on each pillar, so that each pillar reflects a slightly different source of light. So this one is a little wider, and this one as well. Maybe at the bottom, this is exactly blue color. One might be exactly pink. I think that might work. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, it really brings structure out a lot better if you look at the previous progress and we check it. Yeah, it makes the buildings a lot more distinct. Definitely what we want. This is probably reflecting light as well. You could just put down a lot of highlights on all of these things. And that's the cool thing, because there's light everywhere, we don't really have to think about sun hitting at a certain angle or things like that. It's just so many artificial light sources, so that the light is coming from literally everywhere. So we don't really have to pay attention to where the light is coming from. We can just say, you know what, this is reflecting light. No one that's gonna say, you know what, you're not right, wrong. Yeah, the reflections really help bring out these structures here. Yeah, that's a really good thing. I'm really happy with that. As going into this painting with a lot less confidence than last week, but with a bit of progress under my belt now, I think I'm building up the confidence again. That's good. It's something to pay attention to. If you lose confidence in your skill level, just go in there, paint something, maybe even start a quickly rough new painting and then paint something new and get some mileage, and the confidence level up. And once it's up, it's a lot easier to progress. Probably have to separate that lamppost a little bit, although I think it's quite well separated. Once you zoom in, the edges are not quite as harsh as or hard. Should I say that? Hard, I think, as I want them to be, but that's something that we can fix with this hard brush. Not sure what I want to do with this building. I kind of want to make this sort of a domed shape of glass. So there is not really a dome, a cone of glass in front of the building. But we need all of this reflection from that. It's gonna be an interesting building, hopefully. Currently it's looking a little bit boring. I add some some reflection here and there. Yeah, more interesting. There's some windows. That's better already. Then we just have to put in that curve. And maybe make the blue. Can we make it brighter? Not that much. The image is fairly bright for a night scene, but that's also because there's a lot of light going on. Still, almost at the brightest color, still looking kind of washed out. This side of the building should be like this. Try to get that. Maybe. Slightly more. We probably need soft brush to smoothen this. Alright, let's quickly check the progress that we've made so far. Yeah, this is definitely starting to look like a little bit of glass. It's probably, we're gonna probably throw in some more reflections. I think I'm gonna throw in just some textures because that's easy. I could go in there with my brush and paint visual reflections and things like that. But I think it's gonna take way too long. We probably have to worry a little bit about. Where did I? Oh, that's my pen. About this side here. This is way too bright. Shoot. That. Let's do it in a new layer. And what do we want for the color? I think I'm gonna pick a color down here. Grab the large soft brush again. Probably want to get some of that red going. Like this. Still fairly bright, but not as bright as it once was. That's better. And later on we will throw down some textures on it. I think I'm gonna play a little bit with the shapes of these buildings to interesting. And also tightening edges. Soft brush for that. Opacity to 90. I think I do. Yes. Why does my opacity turn to 30? Oh, why does that? Because I select the. Well, that's good enough. Let's this up a little bit. Let's add a section to it. I think the perspective is off. Probably have to flip the canvas to properly check the perspective. I don't know if that's working or not. Maybe I'll just keep it like this. Can probably do something background here. Background a little bit more interesting. More buildings. Shoot force. Select the right area. Ah, that isn't either. Maybe I should just leave the buildings as they are. Yeah, that's probably better. Let's work on the church for a while, or the thing that we call the church. Select a nice color here. We can probably make this quite reflective. Probably want some stairs going up there. But before we do that, it has to have some windows here. Gonna be a window. Gonna throw in some probably some stained glass window in there, just to get the illusion that it's actually a church of some sort. The perspective that. And then there is a make it 3 sections. Something like this. Then the doors probably that. And if it's a church, it probably should have some form of a religious symbol. I think we're gonna paint a cross on it. It's fairly tricky. This is a tricky part. Not sure how to proceed with that. I don't know if it really turned out a lot better. A little bit better. This is definitely better. Let's just lower this, collapse that layer. Continue with something else. That's just the way I roll. I work a little bit on something, and then sometimes I don't really know how to continue, and then I'll just do something else. Probably should also figure out a way to sort of establish the road a little bit better, that you can actually see where the road ends and where the sidewalk begins, and things like that. Probably fairly important. Let's see, let's grab the color that's our hanging structure here. This is probably most horizon, so we can make it straight. Can we make that straight? This is still horizon, I think. But yeah, so yes, can go get away with making that straight, I think. First, we want to design it a little bit better, because currently it's a bit, I don't know, showy. Capacity lower. It's quite high now. And we will just go in there and sort of paint out each individual thing. So there's a post there, and probably one as well. There, distance there. Let's zoom in so that we can give these a bit of a highlight, so that they pop a little bit better. That's looking out. There you go. It's a tiny bit, but I think it helps the painting to come more alive, to make this a living city. Probably should start thinking about putting people. Maybe this could be a person. Who knows? Setting up some persons there. Walk down the street. Some figures. Probably capacity. Not very good with This is not really working yet. We're gonna get there, of course. Hopefully, of course, hopefully. Yeah, we can hopefully make something that works. I want this to be a right entrance. Store. Some bright windows next to it. And then we're gonna continue this structure down. It's the edge of the store. It will get some point. So that should do it. Let's see. We go from here to here. Yeah, that definitely looks better, I think. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. We have to figure out something to do with that. Of course, we have to continue on that church thingy, which I find to be it's proven to be quite hard. I'm not sure about this vehicle. I might just get rid of it. What if we were to get rid of it? Let's really do a rebuff paint over. See if it were to go away, what it would look like. This somewhat down like that. And this have that go from. Probably works out quite okay, I think. And then we can make this. I think it's gonna end up shop here. Well, this is part of that. Well, this is probably something a little bit. Something like this. Let's see. Go from this. Wait, what are my tools? What? Action. Toolbar. No. Doesn't really matter because I only use shortcuts anyway. So we go from this to this. Does that look better? I think the vehicle adds some variety to it, but that way this building really becomes the center. We definitely have to work something with this. This vehicle just blends away in this entrance because mainly it's just the same values and colors. I probably want to create a new layer on top here. So that's actually my tools now because I need to select a color. Oh, I could first select it from the swatches. Go with black, and then I'm gonna set this layer to saturation. And now you can see the values, and you can see we have to work on the values a little bit. This is basically the same value. We have to separate the background a little bit better from the foreground. I think we can separate the vehicles a little bit more. So you can kind of see what's going on here. So it's not too terrible. Probably want to lock. Oh, you cannot lock a layer. But what about this thing here? I want to get rid of it. let's continue for a while on this layer and see if we can make this work. So we're gonna grab the brush, gonna start painting here. So let's pass it back to 80. Start painting. See if we can make this work. So that has to go away, and we just probably want to make this a mirror image of the side. Let's see, this is a kind of probably back there. I'd have to figure out a little bit what's going on. Not too major. And we'd have to find a place for that lamp post to be. Probably down here somewhere. How does the road go? Like that. Right. Probably a little bit too right, but we'd end up with something like this. This is a little bit more refined. I think we definitely can go away with this, and then we can actually design the church a little better. We have some more for that. Say for instance that road goes like this. The sidewalk. Let's do that. See where we can take this. This probably can. It's way too bright of this. Could make this turn this into a window of some sort, or maybe we can make this a massive entrance. First I thought, or we can make this a raised walkway. So let's say that here, yeah, we have the stairs here, and it's raised up all the way to the church. But let's figure something out. Let's go in there. Some marketing for the church. Probably want to change the color of them. See, say something here. The first pillar is a thick. Trim it down a little. Yeah, I think that that this is definitely better than we had before. I think we can do some people here. We probably want them to be a little bit darker. Probably have some pink for sell there. Gonna keep adding some here. They'll probably this thing as well. Yeah, I think it's coming together now. I'm not sure what I want to put here in the foreground. I thought at first I wanted some people in the foreground, but I'm not sure. What if I still want that? I think it's okay that it's quite empty. I think I probably want to add some people walking here. On this side. So for that we probably need quite a dark brush, and then we will put some people there. Oh, my tools are back. Oh, how did I do that? I don't know. They're back. I don't know what happened. What button did I press? Maybe some button. And oh, let's have a look. I don't know. Let's tighten this up. Gonna put. I think that's a little bit too much. Probably. I think we're getting there. I think slowly but surely the painting is coming to a stage that we can say, you know what, you can actually see what's going on, and it's really cool. Be happy with the progress that we made, especially because, as I said before, I really lacked confidence today. I really thought, you know what, this is not gonna work. All these sci-fi stuff, and I don't know how to do that, and I don't know. I thought, you know what, this is just gonna turn out quite bad, and I really felt down about it a little bit, about this whole thing. And then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna try and we'll see where we end up, and I can always practice more. And that's definitely something that I want to do. I want to practice more. And maybe I want to practice on live stream as well. Just find some stuff to practice with, and then live stream that practice, and then sort of do the practice together, instead of just painting stuff. Really good exercises to if we want this to be a duel, which we probably want. Stuff. Right. We probably want some overhang here. Maybe with some pillars. Yeah, that's definitely okay. And the cool thing about that is that we can put some highlights on there. Probably have to be careful. That's something that I really should practice. Just patient with my brush instead of rushing it. It's gonna look a lot neater, a lot better if I'm patient. And that's something that I to aware of. Can make things look quite nice, but I have to take my time to make them look nice instead of rushing it. So this is the door of the store. I want this to be quite bright, but I don't really wanna paint over it. I wanna keep the messy inside, so to speak, and I want to expand it a little. So this is sort of the storefront. And then we want to take some of that blue on those posts. Thingies here. Let it reflect some of that light from inside that store. Yeah, I feel that this is stuff is getting coming together. Yes, quite pleased so far. This is good. How long have we been busy? 50 minutes. And in that time we went from this to that. Yes, I'm sure that I don't want that, so I'm gonna collapse this. So now we can actually see the full progress. We went from here to there. Yeah, it's tidying up, and that's in the end that's the way to go. Just get in there, do your stuff, do your thing. Well, especially for me, that's really important. Just do my thing, keep going, and you can really start to see things form up and clean up and look nicer. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna continue this. Probably want this to maybe we do a big. I think that's definitely something that we could do. Some form of a marketing board on here. Not sure what yet, but something. We have some that we can have some contrast here. So it's definitely something I probably want to add on the pillar, and maybe add some beads here and there to make it look a little bit more interesting. And on those beams we can some highlights. There's probably a bit of light reflecting here on the top part as well, so probably want this to be not too bright but not too dark either. Maybe, yeah. Who knows? We'll see. I'm gonna work on that later as well. Time to go to new part. And we want people here as well, so I'm gonna figure out a way to try to add some people. So someone read. It's a woman. Maybe she gets by the shop. Something like this. That the leg is here. Who knows? As long as it reads from a distance is okay. But to really do that, we probably need to add more than just this one. And we probably need to lighten up the sidewall. Now it sort of all blends together. And want this to pop out, so this is overlapping a bit to 8. And it's also let's see. I think that's better. I think you can the sidewalk can't really see it quite well, but you can see it a little bit better. And the problem is I was fairly zoomed in, and then it's looking quite a lot different than when you see the entire picture. So I think I'm quite pleased with that so far. Let's work on this billboard that I had in mind, this marketing board. So we selected, already created the frame. Now we just have to select the inside of the frame and figure out a nice color for it, fill it with that color, and of course some texture as well, but something for later. I kind of want to have a bit of a contrasting color compared to the rest of the painting, or compared to the rest of that area. So maybe this is a good idea, I don't know. This is fairly different with my opacity of the layer. Maybe we can add some nice shapes to that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab this is don't worry, this is gonna be this here, yeah, and this layer there. More. Just figuring out trying something. Might might not like it, but who knows. And we can of course change this all the way that we want it. We can this different layer settings, so that's actually quite nice. And maybe add some layer effects. Style. If we add a drop shadow to it. Nice. Right. And opacity of 50. I don't know, just overlapping that frame a little bit. I think I want to make it a little bit lighter. so. And now we probably want to add some texture to it. Just feels off a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can throw in some pictures. Something strange. Grab this bit of that. Just with the angle selection tool. Throw this on there and see if we can get a nice layer effect and see what's up. Maybe we have to get rid of the whole thingies. And then we're gonna do like this and create mask from there. You can of course change this as well. Might actually be quite nice. Yeah, I think I'm fairly pleased with that. For now, we might change it. I know it's quite a lot different to the rest of the stuff around there, so we may change it. Oops. All right, we got some vehicles here that need some work. I probably want some textures on this one to pop out a little bit more. Can get this layer. We can't really. We can't just continue painting on that layer. That's not a problem. We probably just block these that we grab a brush. And we probably also can want to work on this. Something like that. And we definitely want to separate it from the road a little bit better. Could go with a sort of a but if you do like that, this might actually be quite cool. So select this as our window. For this, I think we want the opacity brush so that we can control it a little bit better and make it nice and smooth. Yeah, that's definitely the right choice here. And in this background, we need to change this background as well. We need to work that ASAP. Get some details in this car. I think we can go away with the brighter color. Works. Maybe there is a sort of a pattern on there. It's the future after all, so who knows what style. little bit of stuff here. I think I want to make a sort of a spine. So this is sort of up. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, that. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. Let's work on the tail lights. My brush now. Zoom in. Time is it? It's almost time to take a small break, and that's what I'm gonna do after I done with this car, or at least with the work that I want for now. There's also a sort of an artifact left over from texturing. That's something that I want to get rid of. Let's put the opacity a little, so we can smooth it out a little better. Alright, and I think I want to go with a fairly bright green. Tail lights up quite well. And to do that, I probably should set the opacity 90. So let's get back in there. Grab this, go for that. And that's actually fairly nice. Alright, so that vehicle is done as well for now. We might do something on it. Sure, no, nothing. But today, at another time. Let's quickly check our progress so far. I think I want to change up this vehicle just a tiny bit more. I still really like this one. We have to separate it a little bit from the background. That's something that we're gonna work on after the break. I think I'm gonna separate. I'm gonna work on the values a little bit more, darken the values up the front and lightening it in the back a little bit more. So we're gonna see if we can work on that. I might try to use the layer effects for that, so that we don't really destroy a lot of the detail. I think we can do that with different layer settings. But yeah, we started today with this, and currently we are at this. I think it's definitely getting a lot better, and it's a lot more refined. A lot harder lines, nice bounce lights and highlights and things like that. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. Didn't expect this to go so well. So yeah, definitely something that I'm happy with. For now, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and once I am back, we will continue. Thank you so far. If you enjoy it, please consider liking and subscribing, so you can keep up to date with the channel and see content in the future. I will be back in 5 minutes. And we are back. Thank you for your patience if you waited through that entire break. By the way, if you looking back on this video, if you're watching it back, you can just skip the breaks, of course. I'm not gonna edit them out. In the time lapse, of course, I edit the breaks out and things like that. There's gonna be a time lapse of this, of course. I didn't do one this week because I thought this isn't finished, and I wanted to do the time lapse once this piece was finished. Gonna work. I'm gonna paint for another hour. I think I'm gonna make the live stream a little bit shorter today because I lack the energy to really go for it. Get a long stream. So today it's gonna be a little bit shorter one. I hope you don't mind. And I thought a little bit about this stream. No, not about the stream. Yes, about the stream as well, but about the stream and about these sci-fi paintings. And first I wanted to do them all on the stream, but I think I'm not gonna do them all. I think I'm gonna do this one. And I think I'm gonna continue until I really think that that it is finished. Because I really want to sort of have finished products and not just say, you know what, this was a rough painting and I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you liked it, and then go on to the next one, and then you will end up with a lot of sort of half finished paintings, which I never really find the time to refine into a finished product. So instead of stopping, I'm gonna continuing with this one until I'm pleased with it, until I think, you know what, this is actually the finished product. It might still be rough in some places, but that's also that's what these paintings are about. This is not about creating photorealistic pictures. They are meant to be quite rough, but at least they are meant to be at a certain stage that you can actually see what is going on and see that, you know what, a person that isn't really into art should be able to see what's going on here. And normally you the rough painting is it can sometimes be hard for people who are not really into art to figure out what is exactly going on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do one more stream because I think currently we are moving quite fast until a point that can start to call this finished. But I don't think I will reach that point today. I'm gonna be streaming for another hour or so. So that's I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this to the level that I want into that hour. I think I need more than that. I need 3 hours at least, I think. So so that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do this one, finish this one in next week's live stream, and then we're gonna do, I think we can safely say that we will do 3 more live streams with one of these sci-fi paintings that we did the thumbnails on. And which one that is, I cannot tell yet, but I want it to be a different one than this. So maybe the one with the spaceship, because it's fairly different. Maybe the one with the rocket launching. I don't know. We're gonna see which one I think is the most interesting to work on, and that's the one that we're gonna work on. And yeah, that way we will have 2 really good, hopefully really finished paintings in a couple of weeks' time. Of course, I'd like to speed up this process, but currently I don't have the time or the energy to really do that. So that's rather unfortunate, but it is what it is. Gonna have to deal with it, and hopefully we can pick up the pace at a later stage during this year or maybe next year. I'm planning on doing this long term, so also I'm not here to gain 100,000 subscribers in a year. I mean, that's not a realistic goal, and that's not a goal that I want to set for myself. Goal here is to improve painting and my painting, and to really have a way to practice regularly, and that's really, streams are really helping with that, because they force me to practice every week, and I am planning on continuing that for a long time, and hopefully I will be able to keep doing that and to keep making videos and these streams. And yes, I definitely want to increase the content output somewhere in the not so far away future, hopefully. But I don't know yet when I will be able to yeah. So yeah, we added some highlights, some pillars here and there, and that's probably where the next couple of yeah, we will just have to go in there and do things like that everywhere over the painting, and that way we will yeah, we will continue to improve it. And last week I told you something about daily videos, and then I thought, you know what, I'm not sure if I will be able to do that in the near future, but I am planning on doing videos twice a week next to the live streams, so not only live streams but also those videos, and those videos will be about well, I told a little bit about it last week. We'll pick a subject matter, and I will set myself a time limit, and within the time limit I have to come up with a painting or a drawing of that subject matter, and then I'm gonna make a little time lapse out of it. So I think I'm gonna make a 10-minute video out of a 30-minute painting, and gonna comment on my thought process and my workflow there. And it can be anything from rough sketches to actually just going in there with paint, which might be good. I think those are gonna be good exercises just to get painting and really focus on the important stuff when painting, and skip a lot of the unnecessary details. So that might be a good, oh, I think it's going to be a really good learning experience, just to speed up process, not necessarily painting faster, but painting only the stuff that is necessary to sort of bring the message across. So certain brush strokes that won't help with bringing the message can just go then. Not sure what this whole structure is. Don't know really how to proceed with that. So that's issue. Ooh. Um, You might throw in some textures there. Actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because we had a lot of information here to go off. We have very little information to go off here. Something that I also should do is try to, and that's what I said I was gonna do after the break, try to separate this vehicle from the background. I think the selection is right. So that's something that we're gonna do on a new layer. I'm gonna grab my soft brush and gonna throw this on there. Instead of setting the layer to normal, set the layer to fly. That's way too dark, but we can set the opacity, say 25%, and that darkens the vehicle enough, I think, to almost separate it out. If we check the values layer, you can definitely see that the value changed there. See, so that's good. Now we to do this. Grab a new layer, select this, and do it the other way around. So we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna, let's see, set it. Maybe. I think that's actually quite good. Problem is the glass cockpit is will go blends too much with the background there. We could also second. Oh, I think I might have. Right. I think the blue is the problem here. I think we just have to go with the gray tone. So yeah, I think this is okay. Can go to soft light or light. Overlay. I think overlay is okay. Soft light might be better. I think soft light is better, because soft light doesn't really blow out the colors, the saturation of the colors. So yeah, that's that one vehicle. I think we want to do the same for this one. And I think we're just gonna do the same. Too good. All right, let's see, and then we will. What color did we use? Color that we. I think this looks fine. I don't think we need to change the background in this one. I think this is fairly balanced like this. All right, yeah, that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do. What do I want to do next? Really tired, so it's really quite hard for me to to figure out what to do next. I think I'm gonna throw in some textures there, just to have some shop windows or something like that to work with. Because currently I don't have a lot to work with. What do we here? My Times Square picture used for a lot of this paint. Oh, this might work. This section. Let's get rid of the lamp. And then we can screen, I think, or color dodge. Color dodge is probably best. As you can see, that really brings in a lot of information here. Way too much actually, but that's okay. We will get rid of a lot of it, but we also will keep quite a lot of it, and that way, yeah, you have some nice information to go from. We want to soften these edges. I really like this this effect on the church, or the going to be church. This is something that we can quite. I'm not sure. I probably just need to do it like this. And use my brush as a eraser, because if I use the soft brush, a lot of information gets lost, and I want to keep most of it. For instance, this area there, I really like that. I really enjoy that. Look at that. So yes, we I think we're just gonna grab this, take it as it is now, and work from here. See what we can make of it. Just too blown out in this as well. Now we can throw on a new layer. Collapse the layers, but that's something that we're gonna do again, I think. Go in there and start using the different things for, hopefully, for our benefit. So Not sure what this is, but I'm gonna use it. I quite like it. Use it here as well. Are we gonna? Oh. So as you can see, we are painting stuff from with information that we threw down by using texture. We're not letting the texture dictate what we're painting. Yes, we're using stuff from the texture, but we're making our own story with that. Just to go up, and this could be just a window. I think we can set that. Okay, so add some highlight to this. So you can see that it is actually working quite well. I think it's working quite well. Maybe here. This some darker colors as well. Still not sure what this is, but some sort of ornament. Nose can be anything. I think I'm gonna get most of this. So it creates a nice effect on the roof, I think. Yeah, I think we want to get rid of a lot of these previous ideas. Let's call it artifacts of previous textures. I think I want to sort of preserve this purplish color here. I'm gonna draw front here. I'm gonna grab the position wave with 80% opacity. Brush slightly smaller. Fairly steady. Let's put this on 30. Colors in there. 50. Who knows what's inside there? Yeah, restaurant. I'd say a restaurant or maybe a cinema of some sort. Be a favorite. Yes, I'm fairly happy with the information that we got out of that texture. Um, um, quite pleased with that. I think I'm gonna make the sidewalk a little bit lighter. There's probably a lot of light shining through those windows. Let's reflect on the sidewalk, and we will definitely put some people there to interesting. Yes, I think this really makes it more interesting. We probably have to work a little bit on the perspective on the windows. It's not perfect, let's say, but could even get rid of the texture. Look at this. Even if you were to go to get rid of the texture, it's still rather nice. But I think I'm gonna keep the texture there. And we will work on them on a later stage. Kind of want to see what we did so far to this. I'm gonna put all of these in a group very soon, and this is how we started today. And this is 1 hour and 40 minutes of painting. Yeah, I'm definitely quite happy with the way, with how far we've come. So let's get really. So yeah, I'm fairly happy. I'm gonna work on the church a little bit, and then I'm gonna call it a day for today. And then next week we will continue uh with this painting. I'm gonna put on down a cross so that you can see that church. Design it a little bit more. We're at 40% opacity. Let's get man pants on and something with higher opacity. Is this Photoshop that slow? Maybe we let's change this cross up a tiny bit. It's not looking like a old. Maybe this. Yeah, I think that works. That makes it a church, right? Let's work on this. I was thinking I had this dome shaped thingy here. I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't really have any function for that. Can't really figure out what I want to do with that. So we're gonna make this a sort of an entrance. Stylized gate thingy. Want this this building to look a little bit out of place here between all these modern things. So it's got a sort of an, it's quite modern, but it also got a sort of an old-fashioned to it. Hopefully, can't get that. Those right. Let's see, so sort of the middle. You can see, as you can hear, I'm barely talking. That's because my energy level is quite low and I'm thinking quite hard. So then it starts to get quite difficult to comment and to paint and to do all those things at the same time. But I'm gonna try and do my best to keep talking about what I'm doing here. So I just want to make some bills to this church thingy. Probably should find the entrance quite a bit. Let's go in there, put on the pants, and so there are some stairs here going up there, and it's a platform. And you can reach that by stairs. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better detailed. I think this piece is getting there. I'm really enjoying it so far. Let's see what time is. I'm gonna try to work on it for a little bit longer, not too long though. I shouldn't push my wow, English is difficult. Shouldn't push myself too hard. But I'm really enjoying it so far. So actually quite happy with the progress that I made today. It really starts to feel a lot more like a painting instead of a photo bashed texture thingy. So yeah, that's really cool. But that's also because of course we have been painting a lot on it. So so that's definitely also I think the reason why it feels a lot more painted than before, because it is. Can't just um, uh, imitate paint with just textures. You have to go in there and actually paint stuff. So maybe this is somehow light as well, especially in this area because we get some pink or purple, I think, lights there, and we want this wing to be, I think. And probably should add some to these. Get in thingies. Maybe get rid of this very bright white area. I think we should get rid of a lot of that bright white. I think it's just too much. So see if you can change that as much as possible. But also goes for here. So yeah, that fixed a lot, I think. Let's go in there, grab a small brush with a opacity setting. These pillars, I think they are somewhere here. Okay. Right, that works. Let's continue working on this thingy. Headlights are probably bright and shiny. And yeah, car thingy a little bit. All right. Yeah, I'm really happy that I got rid of a lot of that that really bright white. I think it really doing the painting any good. I think I'm gonna go in same here, so that add some highlights here and there. The highlights should be the brightest parts of. Let's try to parts of it. It's probably some light of that. Some light. Affecting as well. Yeah, I think that's an improvement. Now we change the Chevrolet sign as well. I kind of wanted to read the Chevrolet because it's something that I said last week. It's something that we know, so makes the world a little more, I think. Can sort of. I think the text can be this bright. I was thinking maybe I can just make the top image blank and then put in some of these vehicles in that picture so that it is a commercial for one of the vehicles that is driving the street. That would be kind of funny, kind of cool, I think. So that's something that we might do. Wow, a lot of noise outside. I think I'm gonna call it a day here. yes, I'm really happy with the progress so far. I think we definitely improved the painting again. So next week we will keep improving it. I think there's still a lot of small details that we can add. We can add some more people on the streets, maybe here in the distance as well, so that we have some contrast between. I don't really want to paint shops here. I just want to some blurred outlines of people. I think it's kind of cool. Maybe add some more lights, a little bit of detail on these buildings, and I think we are fairly far into this painting. I think if we work on it for another 2 hours or so, I think I'm gonna be quite happy with it. Still, yeah, it's still really rough, as you can see if you zoom in to. Is this 100? Yeah, this is 100%. You can see it's still quite rough. But that's in the end the goal of a painting. I mean, a painting is always fairly rough if you look up closely, but you have to look to the entire picture. So let's go full screen with this. Does that work? It stays black. Right, let's do it like this then. So if you look at it full screen, I think it's actually fairly decent. So yes. I think one more. We're gonna do one more live stream on this one. We're gonna work for a couple of more hours. That's gonna be next week. Gonna detail a little bit more, add some stuff, add some people, and then we're gonna call it a day. And I'm really pleased with this. I didn't expect to get this far into this painting and be so happy with it when I started today. As I said before, I really didn't feel the confidence. But I'm glad that I got the confidence back and I could work on it, and so far I think it turned out pretty nice. It's not that hard painting. Sometimes it is, but the way to go about it, well, the thing that I found, the thing that works the best is just go in there and see, you know, what doesn't really look right, and start improving that bit by bit by bit. Keep looking for stuff that you can improve and that you know how to improve and that you have an idea on how to improve. If you don't really have an idea yet for some part of your painting, just wait for it. For instance, this building here, for the longest of time I didn't really know what to do with it, and then I thought, you know what, just throw in some textures and go from there, and I think it's looking rather nice. Of course it has a lot more, there's some more work to do on it, but so far it turned out quite nicely. I think if we do some more work on it, put some people in front of it, I think it's gonna be quite good. So yes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are looking this back on a later date, be sure to subscribe. There will be a time lapse of the last stream, this stream, and the next stream, because they're all about this painting. And I'm gonna put them all together and make a nice, hopefully a short time lapse. I'm gonna do some editing, some cutting out, and hopefully it will be nice. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.